Hello, everybody, and welcome here to the final special event of 2023. It is the 2023 Christmas 500 here at Daytona International Speedway. Of course, we are ready for 24 laps of racing here today. And of course, the Monster Energy drivers had their clash race here yesterday after these cars had to qualify for this special event. Of course, there are no points on the line for the special event, but we're getting set to go racing here for 24 laps. On the pole position is the 98 of Priya McShane, who had the fastest time in qualifying. Parker Castle alongside Bill Sandwich, and the 23 of Will Parrish. You will check the rest of the starting lineup right over here, all the way down to Nathan Orman and Ari Springer. Both had to change engines after their engines went kaboom, so they will start at the rear of the field. Orman was supposed to start 19th, and then Ari Springer, well, really didn't matter to her because she was going to start last anyway due to her poor qualifying. So, like I said, what difference does it make? But if you didn't see the starting grid in the description that I posted in the qualifying video you saw yesterday, it is already on there, so that way there is no confusion. So, like I said, there's only two drivers going to the back, which is Orman and Springer. Springer was already going to start last anyway. Orman was supposed to start 19th, so he'll start 33rd instead. As the 34 drivers getting ready to go racing for 24 laps of racing. How ironic we're racing under Orman's favorite number. And of course, none of these drivers have been on Daytona International Speedway since yesterday's qualifying session, with the exception of Courtney Lynn, who ran an extra 70 laps in the Advanced Auto Parts Clash for the Monster Energy Series yesterday. All of these drivers went back to their hotels, did some debriefing, in which all of them went to dinner. Of course, Courtney Lynn was the last one to be at the dinner because, like I said, she ran the Clash race, so she has 70 laps over these drivers who have zilt. But here we go, getting ready for the Christmas 500. I should also tell you what the prize on the line is. The green flag is out. We're racing here at Daytona. So here's what the prize is at stake for this race. I made sure the ratings are the same, as the 98 got a heck of a run, but you're going to see in a little bit that big gap she got on that jump is going to come back to haunt her. If a male driver wins this race, they will get if a male driver wins, they will get a reserve ride for the McDonald's Cup Series that will be replacing the Monster Energy Series in 2025, as Priya McShane leads the first lap. If a female driver wins that is not in the soon-to-be the PCSRE Diva Cup Series trucks and Busch, they will get a reserve ride as well as a reserve ride to the McDonald's Cup Series. So that is what's on the line. There's Maxie Chilton going to go for the going for second under Trinity Lee, who will be one of the drivers that will be in the Diva Cup Series in Season 2. As Josh Harmon is going to lead this lap. Josh Harmon running the number 47 sponsorless for the Wood Brothers. That's the team name. There's Maxie Chilton running in second. Of course, we got a lot of Coca-Cola C2 colors. Haley Tioko, and that's the 97 of Matthew Hubert. The only catch is the black numbers on the left side of the 29 and the Sharpie logo on the 97s, which you can definitely pick those apart. Now, Maddie Crenshaw, if she were to win this race, would not get a reserve ride from the Divas for the Diva group because, let's face it, she's running in the Diva Cup Series. So she would only get a reserve ride for the McDonald's Cup Series. So if anyone who has a Diva ride for season 1, like Maddie Crenshaw, Ari Springer is also going to be in the Diva Cup Series in season 2, they would only get a reserve ride for the McDonald's Cup Series. Everyone, the male drivers, are going to go for a reserve ride in the McDonald's Cup Series. If a lady driver wins, that's not in the Diva Trucks, Busch, and Cup, they will get 2 reserve rides, which is one to the Diva Trucks, Busch, and Cup of their choice, as well as the McDonald's Cup Series. That kind of sounds a bit kind of unfair, but to be fair, it makes a lot of sense. As Maddie Crenshaw leads, of course, here's the ironic part. Maddie Crenshaw is going to be driving the ride that's about to pass her for the lead. That's Tatiana Guerra is in. Tatiana Guerra is driving Maddie Crenshaw's ride in the Diva Cup Series for season number 1. The Wood Brothers, number 21. Of course, the difference about Noguera is the pink numbers on the roof. So that's another card you can pick apart on the Coca-Cola C2 cars. Kasumi Takashi running the 61 amp energy Ford. Takashi is going to make her Diva Busch Series debut in season 1. And she'll be sharing the ride with Sydney Ball, one of my drivers. There's Arena McShane as Takashi's going to go for the race lead. Now, as I'm going brain dead. Oh, yeah. The McDonald's Cup Series, as far as what mod we're going to run, is going to be a TBA TBD. Because right now, I don't know what mod we're going to be running for that season. Speaking of mod, the IndyCar Series, by the way, for anyone asking when's race number 2 from Mexico, it will be coming out after the holidays, is why I'm not doing it right now. So, yeah. Just giving everybody a bit of a heads up on when will race 2 come. It will be coming out after the holidays. So, want to let everyone know as far as that's concerned, or I will post it in the on my community tab on my channel. If you've not subscribed to this channel, I recommend you do so. Sam Johnson in the 53. Currently in the 4th position. One other thing I need to let Frank know for Tatiana Guerra, as far as the Diva Cup Series is concerned, since she is going to be driving in the Diva Cup Series in Season 2, she's going to be ineligible for the Rookie of the Year honors. And the reason I bring this up is that Carla Sanat is going to race from the season opener to Phoenix. Tatiana Guerra will be taking over that ride the rest of the season. Because Tatiana Guerra will exceed more than 7 Diva Cup Series events for that series, same with the Truck Series, she is no longer eligible for the Rookie of the Year honors due to the fact she has run more than 7 starts. The same thing will be said to Kaiser in the Diva Truck Series, because she will also have run more than 7 Diva Truck Series events to be ineligible for the Rookie of the Year honors. Now, here's where it gets a little bit interesting as Sam Johnson's leading. Now, if Sam Johnson wins this race, which I don't know if that's going to happen, but we're going to have to wait and see. If Sam Johnson were to win this race, he will forfeit his reserve ride to the next highest driver because of the fact that, well, he's going to be in the McDonald's Cup Series next season, but with what team is TBA TBD? As there's Samad Oskin in the number 90. And also the same is going to be said to Courtney Lynn because she is already going to be in the Diva Cup Series as well as the McDonald's Cup Series because she already has a ride in those series. That's another thing I do need to bring that up if Courtney Lynn wins. As Will Parrish has taken the race lead. Priya McShane right now in second. And here comes the, oh yeah, the Kool-Aid car of Sean Art. This is actually one of my favorite paint schemes, believe it or not. As we're at the halfway point of tonight's race here at Daytona. It is a muggy night. It's like 97 degrees on NR 2003 here at Daytona, the NR version of Daytona. It is a hot night. There's Annie Winters in the 52. Now, Annie Winters is in the same vote as Courtney Lynn. Even if she were to win this race, she would not, A, get a reserve ride in the McDonald's Cup Series, and B, she would not get a reserve ride in the Diva Cup Series because, well, in the Diva Series of her choice, because let's face it, she's running in the Diva Cup Series anyway, so what difference does it make? It's like a, quote, null and void, and it'll just go to the next driver who is higher. David Heller in the 64. Will Parrish currently the race leaders. We're past the halfway point in the Christmas 500. I know not a lot of good racing so far, but next year this event will be taking place at one of my favorite tracks, Ricky Raceway. So this is going to be just a one-off here at Daytona. And you're definitely going to like Ricky Raceway. We'll probably do it at night because I like the night version better than I like the day version, in my honest opinion. Michael Brown going to take the lead. If Nathan Orman does not know this, Michael Brown, there's been some discussion Michael Brown could bring his sister to the PCS Ray as well as Carlos Rodriguez, bringing their sister to the PCS Ray. We'll have to wait and see. Reggie Fogelman in the Snickers Ford for Robert Yates Racing. And there's Skylar Taylor in the 26. Strange to see the 26 on the track. That's not yours truly. My name, Daniel Voiles, in it. Really strange. This is actually the paint scheme Maisie Creighton is going to race in the Diva Truck Series in Season 1. That will begin in 2024. As of this recording, I'm already up to the Cup race as far as the recording for the Diva Trucks, Busch, and Cup. Now that we're discussing about Diva stuff, there's Annie Winters in the 52 car. Annie Winters drives the number 38 M&M Skittles Ford for Robert Yates Racing in the Diva Cup Series. So, like I said, even if Annie Winters were to win this special event, it would not make a difference as far as her is concerned. any announcement on, like I said, the mods and the mod for the McDonald's Cup Series will, like I said, be announced in a separate video, which I'll explain about that sometime next year. One other thing I do need to mention is Skylar Taylor will be racing the 45 Sprint Chevrolet, throwback to Adam Petty's car from 2000 in the Monster Energy Series, the final season of the Monster Energy Series, before that series, like I said, will become the McDonald's Cup Series. Now, I know what some people are saying, like, you know, why the McDonald's Cup Series? Of course, it was supposed to be the final season of the Interlaway McDonald's Cup Series that Elijah was going to run on his channel. But since that hasn't happened for quite a while, and like I said, if it wasn't going to happen, then I would end up taking over that series. So there you go. Dylan Cunningham. Check the back of the field here. Nathan Norman, Courtney Lynn are at the rear of the field. Not the runs that Courtney Lynn was hoping for. Same with Nathan Norman. But like I said, these two are already going to be in the McDonald's Cup Series. So like I said, what difference does it make if they win this race? It's not going to matter much to them anyway. And you can say the same thing for Ari Springer. You know, she's already going to be in the series, but for some of these names that are racing, they don't know if they will be, well, if they want to sign up for the McDonald's Cup Series, I will announce when signups will come. But like I said, all that information is going to get announced at a later date. So, yes. And don't worry, I will get the IndyCar race, race number 2, out to you all once the holidays are done. So it'll be probably sometime in January is when I'll do that. So more than likely, I will be going back and forth between 5 series as far as recording is concerned. But like I said, the reason I haven't recorded the IndyCar series is because the holidays are fairly busy, because I'm only going to get like 3 days to record next week as of this recording, or by the time you're watching this, it's already happened. So just giving you guys a little heads up. So don't ask me in my DM when's the next race. It will come out, for the IndyCar series to be more specific. It will come out, like I said, as soon as the holidays are over. So just be patient. So, oh, I also need to address this. If one of my drivers wins, guess what? That reserve ride will go to the next highest driver in the field that doesn't have a reserve ride. So if Trinity Lee wins this race, it'll probably go to whoever finishes second. So, yeah. As Reggie Fogelman leads this race. So hopefully you guys are looking forward to the rest of the races, or the Diva stuff that'll be coming out in 2024. I do plan, however, if I do plan to continue the traditions of the signups and all that. And like I said, all of the signups will come out at a later date. So, yeah. There's Samantha Wilson. She will be one of the Diva drivers in the Diva Cup Series next season, as we're down to 3 laps of racing to go. Reggie Fogelman still leads. There's Gretchen Mueller. And right behind Gretchen Mueller is Zachary Taylor. As we're going to have 2 laps of racing to go, and Reggie Fogelman's going to be a sitting duck right now. Because he's definitely going to get passed pretty soon, if you ask me. Because, like I said, you don't want to be the leader with 2 to go. Because, like I said, you're burning more fuel than all these drivers that are in a pack who are saving lesser fuel than you. And here comes Tatiana Guerra going to the inside. She was hoping to have her favorite superhero, Maxie Chilton, draft with her. That's not going to be the case. Looks like Gretchen Miller will draft the 21 as we're coming to the white flag and start the final lap here at Daytona. Here we go. White flag in the air. Final lap here at Daytona. Here comes Nogueira for second. Remember, Tatiana Nogueira, if she wins this race, she would only get a reserve ride in the McDonald's Cup Series because she's already going to return to the Diva Trucks Busch and Cup next season. Can she make a move? She better make it now. Unfortunately, she's not making it now, which is going to be a bit of a shame. That might have just sealed it right there. As coming off of turn 4, Reggie Fogelman in the number 28 Snickers Ford will win the Christmas 500 here tonight at Daytona. Which means Reggie Fogelman will have a reserve ride for the McDonald's Cup Series whenever that video comes out. Had it been another lap, Tatiana Nogueira could have had a chance to beat Reggie Fogelman, but nevertheless. So Fogelman wins. Tatiana Nogueira will have to settle for second, and I bet she's probably sad. But, you know, as Frank said on my last special event race on the November holiday, Tatiana gave it her all, which you can't blame her for that. Tsumi Takashi will get third. Will Parrish fourth. Samad Oskin fifth. Grace Takayama sixth. Samantha Wilson seventh. Michael Brown, Dakota Lee, and Maddie Crenshaw complete the top 10. Matthew Hubert, Sean Art, Dylan Cunningham, Gretchen Mueller, and Bill Sandwich were your top 15. Maxie Chilton, Josh Harmon, Zachary Taylor, Prudence Martindale, and Trinity Lee will complete the top 20. As you look on down to the remainder of the finishing results, Lucien Bianchi, 24th. That sucks for Lucien, but the good news for Lucien Bianchi as well as Maxie Chilton, at least they're going to have a chance to go for the Rookie of the Year honors in the Monster Energy Series, along with Skylar Taylor, who finished 29th. As you look on down, Nathan Orman, 33rd. Well, thank goodness for Ormy. This was only a special event, if you ask me. At least his drivers did well than him, but oh well. And Haley Tioko, that sucks for her, but on the bright side for Tioko, she will get a invite, as well as all of the other female drivers who do not have a ride for the Diva Cup, Busch, or Trucks for Season 2. They will definitely get an invite to be a part of that series. So, yeah. But congratulations to Reggie Fogelman on winning the Christmas 500. And hope you guys enjoyed tonight's race. If you did, be sure to give this video a like, subscribe to become part of the PCS Raid Crew today. We've shown you our full finish results, and we'll see you guys next time for our first special event in 2024, which will be the PCS Array 500. That will be only going to be for the drivers that are racing in the Monster Energy Series. And then we will have our next signups, the Battle of the SRA, that will be coming out sometime in March. So hope you will look forward to that. But thank you all for joining me. And in the words of Santa's friends, I hope you all have a Merry Christmas to all, and to all a good night. And until 2024 special events or the Monster Energy Series fun, which is Daytona 500 qualifying, I've been Dean DeVoe signing off. We'll see you guys in 2024 as you've been watching another broadcast courtesy of PCS Ray TV, the best in racing around the world since 2017.